welcome to day 7 of your daily wellness. Today the theme is discover you, so we're taking a bit of time to do a bit of yoga and a bit of meditation and to just kind of connect with yourself, not anybody else's opinion, not any of the propaganda that's thrown at you, simply your body, your mind, your moment, your life. So it's all about you. So to begin with, find whatever seated position feels most comfortable for you, or maybe do something different, whatever you feel like doing in this moment. If you normally sit cross-legged and you're able to kneel, kneel with me, or sit with the legs out in front, sit in a chair, whatever you want. Take a moment to really connect with your body, so not just the usual grounding down, connect with your breath. Notice your toes, feel your toes. And the feet. Can you actively, without moving them, can you feel any tension in the feet? Give them a wiggle. Notice the sensation of your body through the calves, however you're sitting. Can you feel compression through the lower legs or stretch through the shin, or however you're sitting, however it is? Can you feel the muscles in your thighs and your glutes? And how are your hips feeling? Do your hips feel like they're a little bit tight? Maybe they're a bit loose. Take a wiggle. Notice. And then try and see if you can feel the inside of your abdomen. So rather than just the length of your spine or feeling the belly move with the breath. Sorry, it's a bit warm here today. Take a moment to notice, can you feel how your lower abdomen feels? Do you have any discomfort? Are you feeling slightly bloated? Are you feeling full? Are you feeling hungry? Can you feel any area in the belly where you're feeling more than somewhere else? You don't necessarily need to be able to label that feeling, just really connect with how your digestive system, how your internal organs are feeling. If you want to, if it helps, bring your hands to your belly and move them around to help to bring your attention to different areas. And then notice if you feel quite restricted with your breath. Perhaps we've got a bit of tightness going on around the diaphragm. So take a moment to lengthen up a little bit and then just take a little press, just gently underneath the ribs. Around one side and the other. And notice if one side feels a bit tighter. If it does, you can take a moment to massage that particular side. Otherwise, just feel around, massage both, just under the ribs. And then can you feel your heartbeat? Can you actually feel your lungs expand and contract rather than just the chest, rather than just the rib cage? Do you feel any movement through the shoulder blades? Can you feel if your shoulders are forwards or back? What's your natural position to sit in? We can't improve if we don't know where we are to begin with. Can you feel your biceps and triceps and the forearms and your hands? Give the fingers a big wiggle. Is there an area in your hands that feels tense? As we come up, can you feel your ears, where your ears connect to the sides of your face? Can you wiggle them? I don't think I can. And your eyebrows, take a moment to open up, lift them up, scrunch them down, lift them up, scrunch them down, and then find a neutral position. And then try and relax through the face, and then just lift the corners of the mouth. Notice if you have gone back to pulling a particular facial expression, which we often do. Try and relax it. Good, and then notice if you're feeling discomfort in this seated position. Whichever position you're in, we're all going to meet with our feet in front of us. So we're not instantly pulling into the poses. Today we're just discovering where we're at. So, sitting up tall if you can. Notice if you can't, you can get a block, you can get a blanket, you can sit on a cushion to sit up a bit taller. Allow a good bit of distance between yourself and your feet. Press the soles of the feet together. And just play with that distance and find the one that feels best for you. If you're tight in your hips, give yourself a bit more space. If you're feeling really good in your hips, bring it in. Discover what your hips are like, because the chances are that's possibly a recurring thing for you. Something that you can take forward into other yoga practice is to be a bit gentler on your hips, or maybe it's your shoulders, maybe it's your neck, or maybe you're pulling that frown again. And you're only just noticing because I've mentioned it. So wherever you're at, notice, know yourself, and then know that that's something you can work on. So if your feet are further away, that's fine, work there, lengthen up. If they feel alright and you've got space, you can bring them in a little bit. Lengthen up. Each inhale we start to lengthen now. Each exhale grounding down through the knees. Good. And then we're going to cross the legs. Again, you can adjust here, use your block, find what feels right for you, discover which way as well. So cross the legs one way, cross them the other way. Discover which way feels better for you. And then we're going to lengthen through the side of the body. Notice if you're particularly tight through the side of the body, your sit bone will come up, you'll find yourself leaning right over. Try and ground down through the sit bone and just go as far as you can go before you feel that lift. Also notice if you're tight through the front, you might come forwards. So bring it up again, try and come up as far where we can open the chest, and then just work to your level. Know your boundaries. At the end of the day, you're not actually progressing anywhere if you're progressing on the wrong path. So get the form right, come back to a level that feels right for your body. And then the same on the other side. Notice if it's different, reach it up, lengthen up and over a little bit. So we're lengthening through the side body and also opening the chest. Make sure that we're taking that correct path up and over, not in front, not behind, not lifted up. Up and over. Good. Bring it back to centre. And from there we come into the lower back. So start to fold over. Again, find what feels comfortable. Sit bones are down, hips are comfortable. Remember how we talked before about not being 100% effort? These sort of poses are maybe 30-40% effort. So we're kind of pulling a few things in line, but we're not pushing. Allow the head to drop. Allow the spine to curve forwards. Maybe your hands just come to the floor. Maybe your elbows come to the floor. Maybe they don't. Maybe you're super flexible and even your head comes to the floor. Don't force it. know the point of your body where that's enough. And this rule of knowing your level, knowing your limit, can be applied to anything in your life. Whether it's your at-home exercises, no one's there to watch you, no one's there to guide you. You need to know your body, you need to know yourself. You need to discover yourself and your limits, but also in your mind as well. Maybe watching too many of these videos is doing your head in, it's making you feel guilty. Maybe you need to just read a book or have a little detox from technology. Maybe you need a bit of peace and quiet to yourself. Maybe you need more of these videos. Know yourself, try and learn what you need. Perfect time to really listen to yourself. Let's take it over to an angle. Again, folding over as far as works for you, and again keeping the sit bone down. This time we're allowing the chest to come over. Find that limit. Discomfort is fine, not pain. And also your limit is going to depend on how hard you want to work. Are you doing this just for a bit of feel good? You don't need to push so hard. Are you doing it because you feel tight from a workout? You can go gently in, but you do need to get a bit of stretch there. Are you doing it just to watch me and not feel weird watching it without doing anything? And you can just do whatever you feel like. Same on the other side. Fold over. Notice if it's different. And bring it back in. Now if you can learn to find your limit in just these simple poses, you can apply that to all the more difficult ones rather than, getting lower, reaching further. Find your limit. Know yourself, know your boundaries. Okay, so you'll notice that I've got here a blanket and a pillow and a block, and now's the time for you to get some comfy things for yourself. We're going to do a little bit of a meditation. So maybe you want a pillow for your head. I like to use a block behind my knees and some sort of blanket or something to make yourself feel nice and cozy. So if you haven't got any of those to hand, pause the video and go and get some. Otherwise, let's get comfy. Bring it down to your mat. If you are using a block under the knees, it's just nice to have it there because it helps to take away that arch. You can relax down. And a blanket, whatever you want. Or nothing if you don't need anything. But who doesn't need a blanket at every opportunity? And when you get there, lying down comfortably and closing your eyes. Take a fidget, know yourself, know the positions that work for you. You can swap and change. Try and find something that you will be able to stay still in for a little while. Even if that means lying on your side, lying on your tummy, going to a chair or the sofa. And again, notice your body. Notice the position that you probably naturally go to. For me, one leg always crosses over the other. I like to have my hands kind of interlaced. And I often get a natural frown, so I'm trying to lift the frown. Come back to your breath. And let the sensation of here and now gently fade away. I want you to imagine that you're standing in a woodland, trees all around you. Sky is bright, whether that's blue, whether that's deep grey, whether the sun is shining in, whatever that means to you. As you look up, you feel the light coming down. You notice the wildlife all around you as you look around, the insects, the birds, the plant life. And as you look down, feeling and seeing the earth solid underneath you, and that you're actually standing on a path. Start to walk along the path, noticing the forest gently passing by, maybe feeling the undergrowth brushing against you. Maybe you reach out and touch a branch or touch a leaf and notice the different smells. Maybe some flowers, maybe the richness of the earth, maybe the musk of animals. And as you keep walking, visualize you can see up ahead a small child. And as you get closer, this child is you. As the child sees you, as you see yourself, you run to each other. You squat down and you hug the child version of you. Instantly feeling love, compassion, and understanding. As you move away from your embrace, you take hold of the child version of you, their hand, and you continue to walk down the path. And as you do this, you remember the vibrancy that you used to have for life, that innocence, that wonder, the mystery, the magic. And you start to feel that energy come from the child through the hand into you, reminding you of how you once were, bringing back that magic. And the more that you fill with that magic and vibrancy, the more you remember another part of you before you were tainted by too much external influence. Just going right back to that sense of you when you were young, fresh, vibrant. Taking a moment to reconnect with your younger self and to try and hold on to some of that energy, to try and remember who you were, because that is a part of who you are today. And as you continue to walk together, you notice up ahead there's a cottage. Visualizing whatever kind of cottage springs to mind to you. Noticing the garden, the building itself, the size. And noticing a bench in front of the cottage, and on the bench sits a very, very older person, and this is a future version of yourself. You recognize your own eyes, your own smile, even under all the extra wrinkles and the grey hair or the no hair or whatever your future self looks like. You feel the warmth coming from them. And as you sit on the bench, you turn and you hug each other. And you take a moment to embrace the future, whatever it brings. Trying to take in this sensation of your future self. And as you move away from the embrace, you sit shoulder to shoulder, and through your shoulder you feel this energy of wisdom, experience, this future self knowing that everything you've been through has made for a stronger future. You can see it in their eyes, You could see it in the way they hold themselves, in the way you hold yourself one day. All the worries of now are building a stronger you. And as you realize that, they no longer really hold so much weight, these worries. Everything is going to be alright. Whatever happens. Just like in the exercise class, when we have to work through the discomforts. You know it will be worth it when you get stronger. And your older self knows this even more. Connect with your future self. Embrace it. Feel within yourself these different versions of you. And take a moment to notice all the different versions in between. Take a moment to think back to different parts of your life that have been, that have shaped you. How you reacted, how you evolved, how you grew into the person you are. And think about the things to come, the things that may come. Some of them may be positive, some maybe not so much. And think about how you can use the strengths of the past to help you through anything negative in the future. And this ability to look forward with optimism, to find all the positive things that you can, to lift yourself up as you step forwards. And as you sit on the bench, there's probably so many thoughts and so many memories. You kind of have to just let them go now and come back to your breath. Let your mind start to find a little peace, knowing that those other versions of you are always there. That's who you are, that's why you are who you are today. Breathing nice and deep. Feel the ground underneath you. If you've got pillows or blankets or blocks, take a moment to connect with the sensation of those things next to you or on you. And then start to take a little fidget. Maybe take a nice stretch. And then when you're ready, you can gently bat your eyes open. Come back into this moment, to this here and now, and to this version of you. Thank you for joining me. Namaste. And I'll see you again tomorrow for your next dose of daily wellness.